Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. I know I'm posting this a little late, but it's been a pretty busy Sabbath, so forgive me of my tardiness. This is video number 8, and in this particular video, I would like to talk to you about the time where I saw my sister become pretty much demonically possessed, or an unclean spirit jumped into my sister. This took place when I was very young. I was around 3, maybe 4 years old. I don't even think that I was in school yet. So I was very young, around 3 or 4 years old. And me and my sister are about 7 years apart. She's 7 years older than me. And we shared a room. And one particular night, I was laying in the bed, and she had her own separate bed across, pretty much across the room from my bed. And I was laying in bed one night, dozing off to go to sleep, and I was laying on my stomach, and I felt something brushing up against my arm. I felt, not tickling my arm, but I felt something brushing up against my arm. And I mean, when I felt it, it surprised me because we don't have any animals, we don't have any pets. What is in this bed? Like, what's in this bed with me? So, knowing that this is strange, this is unusual, I hurried up and got out of bed. I rose up and I took the blanket, the comforter, and I flung the comforter back to see what this was. It was tickling my arm. And I always went to sleep with this Cabbage Patch doll. I don't know if anybody remembers the Cabbage Patch dolls, but I would go to sleep with a Cabbage Patch doll like every night. And the same spot where my Cabbage Patch doll was, laying right next to me, when I flung the covers back to look to see what it was like a foot long bug. I'm not even kidding, it was a foot long black bug, and it was flipped on its back, and it was kicking its legs in the air, and the legs is what was brushing up against my arm. And when I saw that my Cabbage Patch doll turned into this foot long bug, it freaked me out. So I turned to where my sister is, and she was sleeping in the bed. She was sleeping on her back, and I called her name. I just called her name one time, and she was asleep in the bed, and she just rose up out of her bed. The way she rose up out of her bed, it was so strange. It wasn't like she was, kind of groggy and, what is it? Like, she was literally asleep, and she just rose up and looked at me like that. It was weird. It was so weird the way she just rose up and just looked at me like that. And I said, sister, I'm like, there's a bug in my bed. Like, there's a giant bug in my bed. And she looks at me and she smiles and she said, "It's okay. Just go back to sleep. Everything will be all right. It's okay. You don't have anything to worry about. Just go back to sleep. Everything will be all right." And right after she said it, she went right back down and hit the pillow and was back to sleep again. And when I saw that in my 3-year-old mind, I knew, okay, that's not my sister. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is that was speaking through her. At this time, I'm like 3 years old, but I knew that that is not my sister. My sister doesn't even talk like that. That's not her mannerisms. That's not her characteristics. She doesn't even talk like that. And the way that she just rose up and just looked at me, and it's okay. Everything will be all right. Just go back to sleep, and right back down again. And I saw it. I knew. I instantly knew that is not my sister. So I fling the covers off of my legs, and I walk into my mother's room, and I went to sleep in my mom's room for the rest of that night, and probably several other nights after that incident. Um, when I asked my sister, I've asked my sister throughout the years. I'm like, you don't remember that? You don't remember? She's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like my sister, she has absolutely no recollection of it at all. At all. I'm like, you don't remember waking up and telling me it's okay, it's gonna be all right, go back to sleep? She's like, no, I have no idea. She's completely oblivious to it. And I remember several times after that incident, I would be playing around the house, running around the house, and I would see that Cabbage Patch doll, and I would just stare at the Cabbage Patch doll like, something, like, how did it turn into a bug? How did it turn into a foot long bug? And I wasn't dreaming, and this was not a dream. I wasn't even asleep yet. I was laying in bed, just laying there trying to doze off to go to sleep. I was not asleep. This was a real foot long bug. Like, it was real. I could actually hear it when it was laying on its back, and it was, you know, kicking its legs and its feet. I could actually hear like the I could actually hear it. And not only that, I could see like the shiny it's kind of hard to explain, but when you're looking at a bug, whether it's a cockroach or whatever kind of bug, they have a very shiny back. Uh, I don't know how to explain this, but they have a very shiny back. That's the best way I can explain it. And this bug, it was real. It was real. I wasn't dreaming. It had to have been real, because how did I feel it? How did I feel it, you know, brushing up against my arm? It was literally like doing this up against my arm. How is that it's not real? It's a figment of my imagination. If I felt it, and then when I flung the covers back, I saw it and I could hear it, kind of as it was kicking its legs, and it was very shiny, like bugs and cockroaches are kind of shiny. And I just went in the room and went to sleep with my mom. I didn't bother waking her up to tell her what I saw. And my sister has no recollection of it. And that was the last time I went to sleep with any kind of teddy bear in my bed. I never went to sleep with another teddy bear in my bed again after that. So I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. I really haven't quite figured that out, or piece that together to decode it to see exactly what it may mean, but I definitely know for a fact that that was not my sister that was talking. I know for a fact that's not how she talks. That's not how, that she doesn't even smile like that. That's not even the way that she smiles. So once again, this is my personal testimony. Everything that I have said is 100% complete true. Everything that I have ever said in all of my videos that I have made are always 100 and complete percent true. If anything I have ever said in this video or any other video, may God strike me dead. Everything I have ever said in any video is 100% complete true. Once again, this is video number 8. I make these videos to glorify my Father, Abba in heaven, and blessed by His will be done. We're very, just really winding down till the end of days. The clock is almost out of time, so I am assisting in trying to get as many people ready, get the church ready for the second coming of Jesus Christ. Stay blessed, stay prayed up, don't be deceived. Once again, thank you guys for watching and tuning in to my testimonies. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Shalom.